This podcast is brought to you by Radio 786.
I'm sure that every family conversation this weekend at some point discussed the announcement by both the Saudi Hajj Ministry and the South African Hajj and Umrah Council. This as on Friday morning we broke the news that SAUK has agreed now to step aside from the administration of the Hajj on account of the ministry having rather been persuaded by some here in South Africa to go with the Hajj Nusuk system, upon which several implications does exist. Here now the director of the Safir and the immediate past chairman of SAMTOA, which was the Travel Operators Association. We are now joined by Sedick Steenkamp. Sedick, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Tashriq, how are you on the Monday morning?
Very well, alhamdulillah. Very keen to hear where you stand on the Nusuk system, and SAUK's departure essentially from the administration of the Hajj. What's your take on this development?
Well, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Yes, this is a challenge for us as South Africans going on to the Nusuk system. It's a worldwide system. We were eventually going to go onto the system. But yes, it's something that we're going to have to navigate through. It's something that we're going to have to learn to get used to. And inshallah ta'ala, I just want to say to the Hujjaj up front here that you're not alone in this. As travel operators, we commit ourselves to assisting Hujjaj and make sure that, number one, we understand the system as it should be understood, and number two, that we do give the South African Hujjaj our very, very commitment that we will help as far as we can, inshallah.
Is there a role still for operators to play? Because as I would understand it, that with the Nusuk system, that those that want to be guides, can apply, but that is conditional to meeting a certain bunch of requirements. But of course, you cannot have as many as you would have had with the previous dispensation. And given that, consumers would now be able to directly apply through the Nusuk system to be accredited to go on Hajj, that there's then no role for operators.
No, that's true. There's no direct role for operators in the sense that we cannot offer packages. But our commitment to the people is that we will open our offices. We'll go over to Saudi to study the system. We'll come back with information. We will help people to register. And indeed, what we are going to do is to speak to the service providers. Really, if we look at Nusuk, Nusuk is an IT system. Behind that IT system is a Saudi Hajj operator. So our role, that the way I see it and the way I've discussed with our colleagues, is that we go over to Saudi, inshallah. We sit with the Saudi Hajj operators. We explain to them, the situation of our people here, and we see what we can do to assist them to put packages together that will suit our needs. And again, there we can also ask, and we can also apply to be as workers for those Saudi operators. So I still see us playing a role, albeit not a direct role where we will be offering packages, but seeing how we can assist the Saudi operators to understand the situation in South Africa. I mean, with a quota at 1,140, I'm not sure whether all 14 Saudi operators are going to participate in it, because it's a very small quota. And those are all things that we need to understand and to assist with.
Yeah, look, there were some people that tried going into the Nusuk system over the weekend, and South Africa hasn't even yet been loaded there, so I don't know when and if that will happen. Do you think the Nusuk approach is the most appropriate one? At least comparable to the sort of Hajj mission office type that SAUK had played?
Well, there's no doubt that an all-inclusive Hajj mission system that we advocated is more appropriate, because we've got a small quota. We have got people that requires assistance from that point of view. So from our point of view, especially the Cape Hajj operators, we supported an all-inclusive mission-based system over the Nusuk system. But as I said, that's the way the world is going. And we need to see how we can assist in making sure that our Hujjaj is assisted appropriately.
But do you know what you supported? If you supported the Nusuk system approach, do you know what you were getting yourself into? Because
No. I'm not saying we supported the Nusuk system.
Oh, okay.
I say we support a mission-based, all-inclusive system that includes everybody and doesn't exclude your experienced and skilled Hajj operators. That's the system we supported. We did not support a system that excluded us.
So how do you think we got here? Because a lot of, from what Sauk has said and from how the timeline of events played itself out, earlier this year, was that there were some operators, including some other lobby groups, that went to the embassy, to the consulate, and raised questions about Sauk's legitimacy, raised questions about Sauk's role in as a Hajj mission, and equally then we saw the request for some sort of a recognition letter that the CRL did provide, that was sent through by Durka, but at the end of the day it was the lobbying. At least according to Sauk's interpretation, it was the lobbying of some of the operators and other advocacy lobby groups that led to now the decision for South Africa to also fall under the Nusuk system, which the implications are that it will be a lot more expensive. The quota has been reduced already much lower than what it was, that it does away with support services that was previously there, including now the operators. So, those that did happen to lobby for it, do you think that South Africans understood what they were lobbying for?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Tasriq. I want to say to you that I don't think it adds any value to put blame on anybody. But let me say to you what led to this. I think what led to this is a total lack of trust between operators, SAUK, and other parties. And that led to information not being made, or not adequate information to be made available. Lack of transparency. There's a lot more to it than, of course, what you're describing at the moment. But I do think a lack of trust has led to this, without just apportioning blame to anybody.
Okay. What now do you think is going to be the immediate impact? Of course, as we spoke about, the role of the operators are left in question, that there is an appetite to go to Saudi Arabia to try and understand the system a little bit more and advocate for a tailored-based approach based on South African pilgrims and their needs, etc. If things stand as it does right now with the 1,140 quota, it seems like for the majority of Muslim pilgrims, Hajj is out of the question, at least for the next couple of years.
Well, if you look at it, the requirements in the Nusuk system, there's two requirements. You must be Muslim, and you must be 12 years old and older. I mean, those are the only two requirements. There's no requirement of first-time Hajj and so on. And obviously, that is problematic from our point of view. But the system opens in the next month or two, and when that opens, anybody can register. There's no fee, and that's where we need to assist people. And inshallah, in the next, as I said, month or two, we need to come back and see what sort of affordable packages can be discussed with the Saudi operators to at least assist our people.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with the quota being reduced, that is problematic for us. And this is again where our government needs to come in and assist.
Yeah. Okay, let's see where this matter will lie. We'll have a lot more coverage on this issue during the course of the week. Thank you very much, Sedick Steenkamp, a former member of SAMTOA and director of the Safir organization.
This podcast is brought to you by Radio 786.